Good morning, August 5th. It's what, 5:26 a.m. in the morning. I love doing my little walks. I do at least about 50 to 100. It depends. This is where I meditate. I feel the gravity. Again, if everybody don't know who I am, I'm what you call the book with many stories and not fairy tales, but reality. And I'm your torch to reshape America back into American of the dreams of America. This is the land of freedom, the land of skills, the capital of technology, the capital of all fundings, and the first capital of humanity of 250 years anniversary of all nations sitting together, conversating. Every kingdom nation from Russia to North Korea. Trust me. God, I'm not God. It's media. Y'all make your jokes, but you know what? I'm gonna say something. Because, first of all, I am your last hope, and not just your last hope, that the Democrats put their family online, and they did what they're doing now. Yes, they heart. All my Democrats have families, so they have heart and feelings. Same way as Jasmine Crockett, Al Green, all of them, Ted Kennedy, Ted Cruz, everyone, even the Republicans. That's why it hurts me, but I got a firecracker for their ass, because we in Texas. Don't get confused that just because we say don't mess with Texas, we ain't no jumping beans. Because I could put some firecracker and see some Navy jumping beans jumping around. Because what I'm about to do is set a firecracker. And it's part of the law, the constitutional rights of the law. I think it's on Law 136, I think it is in. And it is also by bipartisan, and also I think citizen vote, freedom of act. Yeah, I think it's freedom of act of region or religion, something like that. You couldn't, it was a discrimination. So in other words, I'm a nominee. Let's put this to the side. I'm talking to my Democratic colleagues, and Jasmine, you the hammer. You remember Brian the arm strong arm. Jasmine the Crockett Hill strong arm, from Dallas to Tarrant County, slamming on this and turning this into Blue City again and Blue State. Because I got the great recipe. Because I looked it up. Remember, don't judge the book by the cover. Y'all know who am I. You know I know who you are and everything. There's a reason why you're there. There's a reason I'm here doing this and not scared and still standing on my grounds here in Texas, in Southside Fort Worth. I could walk around. I live right up the street. This is my son's, when he went to elementary school, his first football field. But anyway, what I got, it doesn't matter how many voters now they got here in Texas or anywhere in the States. Because the Citizens Act of freedom of vote with no discrimination of religion or culture, they vote counts for my race nominee for presidential. I think I don't have it, but then if you could find someone better, I got respect for my family or my kinfolks from the same island, for AOC. She's Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. But don't forget, my name is not just Juan Carlos Ayala, and I told you live, y'all follow my stories, aka Satoshi Nakamoto, the original. When someone really wants to find out, come get me and I'll show you in papers and proof in public. That's why I'm so fired up that I don't need to be president, or I don't need any of the presidential politician right now crooked money, because the Lord don't want me to use dirty money to restart the new era, because era don't need money no more. Era, everybody's gonna be with money. No matter if you spend money, when you spend money, you're gonna be gaining money. That's how the system I got it mechanized. Trump didn't get all the idea. He just got the diagram of the blueprint of mine, but he didn't get the whole concept, mechanism, the feel, the operation, the whole functioning. So, yes, I may look torn up because I'm always out here talking to the people. Believe it or not, I don't need campaign money, because right now, with all the respect, my Democrats, where I'm at, I'm sorry, once you get to that age, you gotta see numbers. But let me keep walking, because today is a beautiful day. Well, by reading that constitute rights of the law, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to try to find something to keep throwing the fire. You can't put your guards down just because you got one little airlift and then weekend. This is the time. I'm not being harsh with y'all. I'm just pumping y'all the way I am pumped. Okay? And this is how I am now when it comes to something that matters. When it comes to people's lives, our ancestors, our people that are our mother, grandfathers, ancestors that sweated and worked hard before we even probably was born, and worked hard, pretty much like slavery, for this bullshit that I'm gonna eliminate if I ever get up there. It's that federal tax. That should not exist, and that won't exist. The way it is operated and mechanized, it, and even the Congress people could get stocks and bonds, but to a certain limit of numbers. And if they go over that limit of numbers, the remaining that goes over goes into charities for orphans, women in needs, more other things that need in America. All respect. That's why I have sovereignty, settle, bank, reserve around the nation for them to take care of that nation. That's how I built this system. Okay? Yes, Trump, you're still in president, but you know what? Right now, you put it this way, and if I'm correct, if my Democratic colleagues all over the states start doing that research, because I'm not backing down, okay? I'll be honest, I'm not backing down. And the reason why I'm not backing down, because y'all picked me. And don't be scared to say lie, oh, this was a scandal. You know what? Right now, it's fire against fire. And we in Texas. So we're going to do a Texas rodeo dance, or we're going to do it how I am. From what behind me may be empty, but I got a tool that y'all don't have, that y'all cannot see, and it's called spiritual battles. And I got my demons doing jumping jacks and shackles and chains. The shackles and chains that the feds and not the government, some crooked governments, not all, but mostly the feds and CIA, 17 years y'all shackled me. To this day, I cannot even open a bank account. But remember, I'm Satoshi Nakamoto. You didn't let me get recognition. But the last one you did was Craig Wright. And y'all made a whole scene about that, and even all paparazzi and medias, right? And he had no proof. But look on X. Well, wait, Elon is in the 30 system too, because he deleted all my page there, my profile. But I still got the originals. It shows all the original documents and papers and everything. Anyway, let's forget about that. The firecracker I got for that booty. And sorry for my language, my Lord Jesus. Padre Santo del Cielo, a Jesucristo, Amen. But this is me. But once we get settled in and we get everything balanced, then I'll be more, and then you see more of me, and more y'all will understand, and then y'all will see the way I see. Because when I look at y'all, I'm looking at me. I'm looking at my sister. I'm looking at my brother, at my mother. Yes, that's my heart. Yeah, I don't care about these phonies and people want to make, podcasts and make meetings and joke. Oh, who's this guy? It's not about them right now. It's me. That's why my face is clear right here talking. Me and my brothers and sisters, Democrats, that's right now put their family online, they work, their whole career for the people of society and the voice of humanity that these reptilians, Republicans want to take away from us. And then these dictators that I already called it out when I made a mistake and thought he was going to be who we left off in 2016. But now I'll tell you something. Now when I say something, I realize now a lot of these podcasts use it when I say, we're in Texas, don't mess with Texas, because we walk and talk. But right now, it's not about in Texas. It's about doing a Texas Billy the Boy or a Mexican standoff. But we're going to go on a fire battle. I'm not threatening. I'm not creating no violence, no criminal conduct. And don't mislead or twist this language, y'all media journalists, cheesy rat, taco leftover crumb eaters, because I love putting on blast. And that's just, when I say conspiracy, I meant it. And I have to prove. And I know people freak out when you use that word conspiracy, especially in the politician times and all this race. They think I'm using it against it. Nah, I'm spitting reality.